Welcome! In this video, I'll be telling you about all the best things to do in Hawaii. The slideshow of pictures will show all the fun things my family and I did while in Honolulu, Hawaii. The airport in Honolulu is quite small on the island of Oahu. There are beautiful views of the island from the plane. We saw a rainbow at the airport. Our hotel had a great view too and showed the city and the ocean, so I recommend getting a room like that. It was near the city and beach, and at the local beach in the city called Waikiki Beach, there is a walkway with surfboards. These are fun and worth looking at since they are beautifully decorated. The city has flowers planted, this being the most common one. The city also has many different tourist shops and expensive chain shops and restaurants. There are many beautiful beaches to visit. I recommend looking them up and seeing which ones are most popular. That's what we did for all of our attractions we visited. The beaches are beautiful and the waves were pretty intense when we went and only got more intense later in the month and in the following month. It was approaching surfing season. Any longer and perhaps we wouldn't have been able to swim. The professional swimmers were almost in their practicing season and would be competing later on in the year. They stayed all along the beach in houses and were sponsored by companies. The beach that we stayed at was beautiful both during the day and during the night. We also visited Hanauma Bay. It is a beautiful beach and has been made naturally many years ago. It has lots of wildlife and coral. In particular, it has plenty of fish and turtles. You could go there for yourself to snorkel. That's what we did, and later as part of our tour we got to see all the types of fish to identify which ones we saw. We even saw a sleeping seal on the shore, which lifeguards sectioned off with their surfboards. Also on our tour, we went to Sue's farm, where we did canoeing, saw turtles, and ate some delicious food from a food truck. There are lots of houses on top of hills that can be seen from driving on the street. Many people live up there, including the very wealthy, like some celebrities. I think Adam Sandler owns a house up there. We also visited Pearl Harbor. If you do a tour here, you will get a Navy member to sail you around and give you a tour of the harbor. You also get to see the museum. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the USS Arizona Memorial because its docking station was broken and being repaired. Locals are helpful and signs help you to navigate. I also recommend that you travel up Diamond Head Mountain. It has spectacular views of the island. The hike is popular and not strenuous. We went as the sun was rising. Just make sure you stay on the path, as some tourists like to go to risky lookout spots. We happened to see a blue stop sign nearby, which was also pretty interesting, as where I come from, all the stop signs are red. Also, nearby Diamond Head was an open-air market where we got to have a delicious pastry. Don't forget to go on a luau when in Hawaii. We went to the one called Paradise Cove. It seemed to be a good value and a popular one. They had a buffet, a pig roast, and dancers. There were also private beaches with fun things to do. They had a beautiful sunset and gift shops. You get Mai Tai drinks, kalua pork, and fun purple-colored bread, all local fun treats. Also on our tour, we got to see the Dole Pineapple Plantation, and it was fun even on the way there as we got to see all the pineapple fields. At the Pineapple Plantation, I highly recommend the delicious pineapple-flavored ice cream called Dole Whip. The only other place it is sold is at Disneyland, to my knowledge. We also learned about these trees that look like pine trees that were planted there as a source of wood for building many years ago, and are not indigenous to the island. These animals on the island like to roam around, such as this chicken that you might see when on your trip to Hawaii. We visited the island's palace, but be sure to get there before it closes, which is on the early side. Nearby, there are these incredibly tall vine-like looking trees. We went on a walk in the forest, but again, make sure you stick to the path to avoid getting lost. There was one woman on the news who got lost here for days. You can see many pretty flowers, trees, and photo opportunities. At the end of the trail, there is a beautiful waterfall. It is called Manoa Falls. They recommend not swimming in it though, when we went. Overall, it was really fun and a relaxing trip. I recommend that you visit for yourself.